Shutterstock Music.
One. Okay, we brought number 2 to the BB and we're going to put it on, but also just putting it in the system, it's called levels, right? So we're going to go into it in detail, but also we're going to do it in 8 minutes, okay? So in the 8 minutes we'll be as quick as we can, but at the same time we just want to make sure we're doing it the right way. And one of those things is this the right way to do it, and is it right for you? Well, this way of doing it is actually you're staying in the same level, even you're understanding my level, you're staying in the same level before you take it further, and the understanding of that is very important, so I'll come to it in a second. But also, just before we get started, did you remember there was a question? And the question was about a young lady called Matryoshka, and obviously we did something with before with we understand that she gives birth and she has another baby in a strange kind of way, and we just wanted to know how many there was. So I'm not sure how many you think there were, but let's just have a look. And this was the first one when we opened it up and we found out, yes, she's given birth and she's increased the level of the family straight away. So that was the first one, but then there was another one, and did she do the same thing? Well, if we open her up, oh yes, there is another lovely little girl there. So we got 3 now, and there's 2 big ones and 1 little one in the family. But even with the little one in the family, was there another one? And if we look at that, oh yes, there was another one, another lovely little girl in that respect. But also in that lovely little girl, was there another one? And when we have a closer look, oh yes, there is a tiny little one as well. So there she is. Oh, she's not too bad looking either. She's very nice. And the next one is a very tiny one. Now was there one more? No, that was it, just that one. And she was added to it. But the biggest I've ever seen was 10. Stop. What we'll do, we'll go back to the main bit of the board, and now what we're going to do is actually share things again, because it's still me and you, but I'm going to do my example here and you could do your example on yours, but you're going to do it in a separate sheet of paper. And I know yours might be bigger than mine or it might be smaller than mine, but it doesn't actually matter, because when I actually start, we're all at the same level. And what do I mean by that? This is how it works, right? So somebody who's in the same level as me is someone you might know, and it's somebody called Sarah, right? And she is my wife, and I'll just put that in there because it's just a level and a statement of who she is first. But also it's very important with the planning that she wants to know certain things. She obviously wants certain results, but at the same time, when the 2 of us are planning together, even though I might not be sharing a lot with her straight away, she has rights, she has allowances, and when we're trying to get the end result, we want to be doing it together and we don't leave anything off. So when we're in the same level, this is one thing we want to focus on. But not just that, because there is another lady, right? Now this lady is on my side over here, and she is called Heather, and she is my sister. Right, my sister, right? So on that side, she's in the same level as us as well. She's only like a few years different from me, but what she's doing is she's doing her own thing in her own life. But even when I do things, because I'm in the same level, I can share them with her and educate her about what I'm doing, and she might be able to do it as well because it's in the same level. Also, there's another one, and this is all to do with Sarah, or my wife's sister, and that's another sister, but this time a proper sister, and she's called Rachel. And Rachel's in the same position as well, she's in the same level, but even on that side it can be that she can be understanding things better and even thinking about things better. But that's my limit, right? So we don't have a bigger level of this family like that, but you could be much bigger or much lower. But what we're starting to do, we're starting to set something up in the foundations that means we can take this further, and things we do could be very relevant for these other people. And even if you didn't have any sisters or brothers, it could be I've got a very good friend that's in the same level as me, right? So we'll come back to that in a second. So also what's very important is Mr. Checklist wants this registered. So when we get to the first bit, number 1, and that is actually going to be me. So that's Paul, right? And there's number 1. Number 2 is going to be Sarah, and she's very important to me and somebody I definitely want to make sure she gets involved properly. Then, but also there's a number 3 on my side, and that is my sister, and that is Heather, right? But Heather, again, she does her own thing, she has her own life, she'll do it her way, but I can share stuff. And also we've got another one over here, number 4, and that's Rachel. And number 4, called another sister, is actually a lady called Rachel, right? So what we're going to do, we're just going to log those in, as we normally should do, and we've got that set up. So give him the pen back, give him a quick salute. Go. So back to the board, and you've got that position where we've already done this level, we're going to take it further, but we've put something on the table and we registered it. So even if you didn't do anything about it now, in the future you'll start thinking about it in different ways. And it might be, even if you didn't get on with the relative or someone, like if I didn't get on with my sister, it might be different in a few years that I do, and she'll keep popping up in the checklist just to make sure which way direction I'm going to go with her, okay? So good results, good solution, but also if you didn't do it this way, but technically you did want to help other people and keep the family in a certain level, it is a case that you just have to try and remember to make it work. But also when you find out information, you can share it in the way you want to, right? So what we're going to do, give ourselves a big green tick for completing that one, and we're going to have to give it also a red, amber, a green for number 2, because we're going to go next to number 3, and this is all about a different level, and I think you're sort of getting what it's all about, but we'll go into it further, because when you ask the question, one of the questions is, with the things on the pillar, the big X and the girls, what was the big X all about? So it was Generation X. That's what the big X is all about. And Generation X is my generation, because I was born in 1973, and it's all that case when this is my level, it's all different for other people. So one of the other questions is, what generation are you in, right? And I'll come back to you on that later, because we're going to go through this in a lot of detail as we progress. But at this stage, we're just going to keep it as that. So also, we're going to score this, and we're going to take it to the board, and we're going to go through that in a second, and I'll see you there. But if you want to share this with anyone who might also be in Generation X, that'd be really helpful for them. So I'll see you soon. And I just thought I'd sneak back in to help you with not just knowing about this letter X. I thought I'll give you a quick tip, and the quick tip is all about letters as well, but I'm going to give you a quick reminder tip on the diamond letter in the gold area, and that was all about the big H. And the big H was all about a healthy habit, and the healthy habit was all about doing something regularly and not deciding what to do, but educating yourself. So put the H away, but I just thought I'd do that little cheeky secret tip, and I'll see you later.